Okay, so here's my best kept secret for how to get brand deals. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kara. If you don't know who I am, go check out my Instagram, go give it a follow. I post a lot on there. And I also post a lot on my TikTok, so check out my TikTok as well. But today I'm going to talk about my Instagram and how I get brand deals. So if you've been following me for a while, you would know I am a smaller creator. My Instagram is not above 10K and I still get brand deals. So I still have brands that send me free products or even pay me to post about their products. So today I want to talk about all the steps that you should take if you are wanting to do something similar. My first tip is to have a good personal brand. So what I mean by that is to upload high quality photos. No, that does not mean you have to be using an expensive, fancy camera. Honestly, just using your iPhone and uploading high quality, well edited, beautiful pictures. Even if you are a smaller account, if you have a nice feed with nice quality photos, that brand would still want to work with you because they're getting a good photo in exchange for sending you a product. My next step for securing brand deals as a smaller influencer is to sign up for influencer platforms. Now, if you haven't heard of these, there are websites that connect smaller and bigger influencers to brands. So I'm gonna list a few right here that you should definitely check out. I'm signed up for all of these and I get notifications when either one, a brand likes my profile, they like my page, they'll reach out through these platforms, or you can look at the brands on these platforms and reach out to them. Personally, I think Aspire IQ has been the best one for me, but I have friends that like some of the other ones better. So I recommend signing up for all of them just to see what happens, and yeah, it can't hurt. The next tip I have for securing brand deals is having a media kit. So if you don't know what a media kit is, it's basically a page, a PDF document that explains your statistics, your following count, brands you've previously worked with. So it kind of gives that brand an idea of who you are, why they should send free product to you, and it's kind of the best way to pitch yourself to these brands. I made my media kit on Canva. It was super easy. It took me like an hour. You just honestly go to Canva and they have all these different templates and you just swap your information for statistics, demographics, gender, all that stuff. So once you have your media kit, we can talk about reaching out to brands. So you have yourself on those influencer platforms where they can potentially reach out to you, but the best way to get brand deals is to reach out yourself. And I know that's intimidating, but it's a lot less scary than you'd think. My best recommendation is to write down a list of brands that you want to work with. If you don't know what brands you want to work with, I would also just write down categories of things that you could photograph in your home. So if you like jewelry and you know you could do some good product shots, or if you like bedding, even just writing down categories and then later on doing some research of what brands are in that category, that's worked for me too. Once you have the brands written down that you want to work with, the next step is outreach. So my best recommendation for reaching out to brands is through email. It's the most organized, it's more professional than shooting an Instagram, and you're more likely to reach the right person. Sometimes when you're DMing a Instagram account, it doesn't necessarily go to the team that deals with gifting or influencer relations. So it's best to find the right email. So what you're gonna wanna do is take the brand that you wanna work with and head to their website and find their PR email. It's usually in the About section or the Contact Us section. If the company website does not have an email, I would go to their Instagram, see if there's a contact email on their page, and I would try that email. If none of those work, try hunter.io. It's an email hunter website, and you can type in the website that you're looking for an email for, and there's usually a PR email on there. Okay, so here's my best kept secret for how to get brand deals with less than 10,000 followers. It's all about how you word the reach out email. If you word it as, hi, I have 1,000 followers, I wanna work with your brand, you're not telling them what's in it for them. You always wanna word it as what the benefit for them is for working with you. So my trick for being a smaller influencer is I always pitch myself as a professional photographer. Even if you're not a professional photographer, this works a majority of the time because you're now pitching them as someone who's gonna provide them high quality images. You're not pitching yourself necessarily as someone who has a following. So when you're going to collaborate with them, as long as you return high quality images, it's a win for them. In my opinion, pitching yourself this way works best because now they're not gonna say no because you don't meet a minimum following requirement or something dumb like that. They're gonna say, okay, well, she's a photographer. We actually have all these new arrivals that we haven't shot yet. So let's send them to her she'll shoot them and it's a win-win for everybody. I also like pitching this way because everybody's a photographer these days. You don't need a fancy camera. You can literally use your iPhone and provide high quality images for brands that they'll love. So once you have their email address, we're gonna send an email stating why they should work with you. So in the beginning, you should state who you are and what value you provide. So I start with, hi, my name's Ceara, with a link to my Instagram. I'm a photographer and videographer based in New York City with an Instagram following of over 5,000 highly engaged and responsive people. I usually add the engaged and responsive people to it just because I have a smaller following, but my followers like to engage in my stuff and a lot of brands find that valuable these days. So in this example, I was reaching out to a mattress brand. So I said, I love that your brand is changing the industry and how people sleep and feel better. Then I say what deliverables I would do. I would post my Instagram as well as my stories with a minimum of 5 stories in one post. So just kind of give them an idea of what kind of content you'll provide. At the end, you'll kind of summarize what you said and then also attach your media kit. So introduce yourself, tell them what kind of collaboration you want to do. Also feel free to give ideas, and then wrap it up, attach your media kit. So at the end I say, here you'll find my media kit with all other important information, including follower numbers, demographics, and reach. Thanks in advance, and I look forward to hearing from you. So when you're reaching out, you'll want to consider whether or not you want this to be a gifted opportunity or a paid opportunity. Some brands are smaller and truly don't have the budget to pay smaller creators, and if that's worth it to you, then totally do gifted opportunities. I think it's a great way to get some new clothes or get some new jewelry in exchange for like an Instagram post. But if you really do want to get paid, make sure in your outreach email to state what your rate is. If you sign up for that platform, Aspire IQ, they actually give you suggested rates for an Instagram post, an Instagram story. That's a great way to gauge what other creators in the industry are charging or what other brands are expecting to pay smaller creators. I base some of my prices off of what Aspire IQ calculated my following was worth. So definitely check that out if you're feeling lost. You've sent an email, a brand responded, they want to work with you, that's amazing, but now I have 2 steps that I honestly recommend you do to ensure a successful collaboration. 1, I would make sure to explicitly get in writing what you're providing for them. So for me in the email, I kind of bullet 10 high quality photos, 1 Instagram post, 5 stories. You can also send a contract if you'd like. I personally don't do this unless the brand sends it over, but it's totally a great way to keep both parties in check and make sure that everyone's on the same page of what you're providing. My second tip for having a successful collaboration is to make sure you deliver what you promised. You don't want to get a bad rap for getting sent free products and never taking the photos or posting the images. That's just not the game you want to play. So I would just make sure you deliver on time what you said you were going to do. That will guarantee that you continue to get those brand deals. So after you send the email, hopefully they will respond and you guys will work on something together. They'll send you some products, you will take great photos, and yeah, the collaboration will work. Something that also helps if you want to work with brands is to engage on their social media accounts. So liking their Instagrams, commenting, being a big fan definitely gets noticed by the PR teams, and when you reach out, maybe they'll recognize your name. I feel like that always helps. Another great tip to get brand deals is keep your email in your Instagram bio. That'll make it easy for them to find your contact information if a brand stumbles upon your page. So that's how I get my brand deals step by step. I've gotten them through those influencer platforms, through reaching out. But yeah, the best tip I have is if you don't ask, you won't receive. Make sure you're asking for things in life. If you want to work with a brand, put yourself out there. Make that connection, and yeah, you never know what will happen. So those are my best tips for how to get brand deals as a smaller influencer. Let me know if this helped. I'm so happy to answer any questions as well, so send me a DM on my Instagram if you do have any questions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on another video. Bye.